Welcome to the LaWanda Morris Show YouTube short. Now, this is part 3 of the subject that we've been talking about this week, where we've been talking about the firing of Joyanne Reid by MSNBC and the canceling of her show, The Readout. Now, we've been talking about that from different perspectives, and for today's YouTube short, I wanted to talk about it from the perspective of why we should all be standing behind Joy and supporting her. Number one, I already talked about this a little bit in part 2, but I said, how important her voice is to not only our community, but just as a whole, every person who tuned into her show, whether they were black, white, orange, green, yellow, it doesn't matter. Whatever color they were, whatever their background was, people tuned into the Joy Reid show or the Readout because they knew that they could rely on her to give it to them straight, no chaser, to tell the truth as she saw it and not to sugarcoat anything. If she saw a lie, she called it a lie. If she saw a racist, she called them a racist. She didn't sugarcoat anything. She gave it to us exactly the way it ought to have been given, and we respect that, and that's why we're gonna miss her voice, but we're not gonna miss it for long, because I know I haven't heard anything. As soon as I do, I'll let you guys know, but I know that Joy's gonna come back stronger and better. But what I wanted to touch on real quick was that we need to support her. We need to support her the same way the GOP, the Republicans, support all of their people. They don't cancel their people, or if one of their people get canceled by a Democrat or someone from a different side of the aisle, they rally around them. They support them. In fact, they make them president, right? Like Donald Trump, a convicted felon, accused of sexual assault. He incited an insurrection that resulted in police officers dying. And then what? He became president, right? So Pete Hegseth, who was a weekend anchor on Fox News, reportedly he was a person who liked to party all the time, liked to drink all the time. He got drunk at so many different affairs. And what did he get? He didn't get canceled by his people. He got the position of Secretary of Defense. So those are just 2 examples of so many. And so what I'm asking all of you is that we rally around Joy. Joy is a wonderful human being. She has worked her butt off. She's a Harvard grad. She knows her stuff. She's worked her butt off to get where she is. She hasn't done any of those foul things that Republicans tend to do when they get promoted. So I'm asking everybody to stand by her, support her, whatever the next chapter in her life is, support it big, and keep her voice. Well,